Hi, I'm often asked why horse riders need yoga. And I could spend a lot of time talking to you about how the stretchers help us to be flexible and balanced and poised. And you'll see a lot of that stuff online. You can find that. And I do that. I think that's brilliant. That is definitely part of it. But do you want to know the real reason I think horse riders need yoga? Well, it's all to do with our nervous systems and our spiritual connection with our horses, if that's how you want to frame it. When we were at school, we learnt that we had a single nervous system. We have a brain, a spinal cord, and nerves that run throughout our body. And it's a beautiful and highly complex system, and it spends a lot of time sending information to and from the brain. It helps us think, to be conscious, to be mindful, to be rational and logical, and to an extent intuitive. But that's not the end of the story. We have two other nervous systems. One is related to our gut, so our intestines, and mine are grumbling away at the moment. And the other is related to our heart. Now, the nervous system in our gut is primarily about keeping us safe. So you think about those sayings we have, oh, it was gut instinct. Oh, my tummy was churning. Oh, I could sense something was wrong. I had butterflies in my stomach. So we recognize intuitively that the gut has messages and it processes for us, but its function is to keep us safe. If we only listen to our gut, we'd be pretty risk averse. We'd probably never climb on a horse in the first place because, climbing on half a ton of full muscle, fight, flight, don't think so. We also have our heart, and the heart has a nervous system all of its own as well. And you think from a point of view of maintaining life how important that is. And our heart genuinely is connected to our emotional state. So the beating of our heart, the pace of our heart concerns our emotions. And again, we know that. We talk that language all the time. A heartfelt plea, for example. My heart was beating wildly. We recognize that our heart deals with our emotions. Now, most modern training methods for horses, and probably most older ones, really sit with the horse. And we look at the horse behaviour and we look at training the horse. Now, I would deeply argue from my own experience of being brought up through those kinds of training methods, finding myself on a journey with a very traumatised little pony who was quite young, but quite aggressive, and finding out that those training methods didn't work because they focused on her. And once we'd resolved the pain, etc., that was okay, but it only took us so far. I came back to yoga because I needed something safe, and I found that the grounding that yoga gave me enabled me to work better with Gemma, and that then we started taking great strides. Now, yoga means union, and we tend to talk about mind, body, spirit in yoga. But if you think about it, that's mind, heart, gut, or gut, heart, mind, in that no particular order. Yoga means union, and it means bringing those things together. So when we as horse lovers, horse owners and riders can bring together the three aspects of our nervous system and fully integrate those and be totally in tune with ourselves, we're congruent and we're coherent. And if you stand with your horse when you're truly congruent with yourself, you will notice that they will stand quietly with you. They will relax. They might want to sniff you, they might want to nuzzle you, but they will stand with you and they will be in your energy. And when you are in that energy, they can really get to know you. Not the you that comes into the yard in a stress and a strain after a busy day at work and is rushing to get everything done, but the real heartfelt you. Horses operate in that plane. And we can determine it as a spiritual plane. We can determine it as aura. We know scientifically that we have an electromagnetic field that surrounds our body, and so do our horses. And we radiate from our gut, from our heart, from our minds into that field. And so if there's dissonance between those three nervous systems, or if our state is anxious, our emotions are running high, or alternatively we're feeling low and heavy, we project that into our auric field and our horses pick it up. So the one reason I would say come to yoga, why horse riders need yoga, is because we need to bring our three elements of our nervous systems, our three nervous systems, into congruence and be our real selves. And once our horses know our real selves, and they can work with that and they can trust that, and it doesn't matter who our real self is, then it doesn't really matter what training system you apply, so long as you're kind and compassionate, because they'll respond to you. The rest is just a matter of preference. And that is why I believe yoga should be a tool that all horse riders, owners, lovers the world over should be aware of. Thank you.